come to us. Their hometown is Brazil. One man fighting out of Florida, the other man looking to make a splash here at the WEC.
I came to give all the fans a great show for sure. Believe me, I came here to win.
I'm gonna throw a lot of kicks and punches in this fight, and I'm also gonna look for the submission. I'll be waiting for him to make a mistake to win tonight.
I fight like a hurricane. The fans tonight are gonna see what I'm all about. I'm gonna rain down as many punches and kicks as I can on him.
I've trained a lot. I'm going to finish this fight with a guillotine.
Inside the cage, both fighters who hail from Brazil as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Jose Aldo, 21 years of age, 5'7" and 145 and a half. Alexandre Nogueira, 30 years of age, 5'7" and the identical weight. But there you see the reach difference goes to Aldo. We go inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official introductions.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds of featherweight action inside the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, he weighed in officially 145 and 1/2 pounds. Making his WEC debut tonight, he brings 13 victories, 4 defeats, and 2 bouts even from Coconut Creek, Florida. Here is Alexandre Pequeño Nogueira. Next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. His style, jiu-jitsu. At 5 feet 7, he too weighed in 145 and 1/2 pounds. His professional record, outstanding. In his WEC debut, he brings 10 victories and just 1 blemish. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, here is Jose Aldo. Referee in charge of the action, Steve Mazzagani.
All right, gentlemen, this is it. We will have a clean, fair fight. You need to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Now hook them up.
So these are the featherweights. Jose Aldo in the red corner, Alexandre Nogueira in the blue corner. We are scheduled for 3 rounds here in Sacramento.
All right, here we go. Bring it on. Come on.
Interesting, Frank, we got 2 guys coming to us originally from Brazil, both making their WEC debut. We don't know a lot about them. They're both very talented. They have a lot of experience, double-digit MMA record. What do you expect here?
Both guys are really master of the ground. Pequeño, he's known for having a phenomenal guillotine. It's actually kind of legendary. In fact, backstage, we kind of asked him to choke me to feel it because growing up and watching this guy fight, we all heard about it. But Jose Aldo is an undercut nose black belt, which means there's no slouch whatsoever in the ground game.
Alexandre Nogueira has his style listed as luta libre. What does that mean?
That was kind of like the anti-jiu-jitsu guys back in the day in Brazil. I guess it's the anti-jiu-jitsu guys. It was guys that did the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, trained primarily with the gi. The luta libre guys, it was almost like 2 gang factions in Brazil back in the day. They did all the no-gi training, and they believed that the gi wasn't part of it. They didn't come from like the judo jiu-jitsu background that the jiu-jitsu guys came from. And so actually back in the day, they used to have some huge wars against the 2 groups. They'd have fights and stuff. And it was always luta libre versus jiu-jitsu. Now that pretty much is gone. Pretty much everybody trains. Jose Pele was known as a luta libre guy. Like a lot of people familiar with Marco Ruas was a luta libre guy, and like Royce Gracie being jiu-jitsu guy. That's 2 different camps.
Right now, Jose Aldo on the block jump really seems to be stopping Nogueira. I don't know if Nogueira's trying to set up for that guillotine, but he's going to have to get close to him. Aldo is just teeing off.
Pequeño's more comfortable taking it to the ground. I think here he sees the height difference. Again, you can see once again in a fight, reach really does have a factor. You have to have a good answer for it. And right now it doesn't look like Alexandre Nogueira has a good answer for Jose Aldo's reach. Oh, that was a nice, and that's left hook to the body. We all know hits the liver. That's the worst place to hit the body, I think, besides the solar plex.
See how quick he brought that up? Jose Aldo showing some serious skills right now. And Alexandre Nogueira trying to even things up.
The one thing I just can't help but noticing right now is they almost look like they belong in two different weight classes.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo's good size for the featherweight class here. Well, Alexandre Nogueira looks like he just is giving up height and reach.
And they both weighed in identical at 145.5 pounds.
Well, Alexandre Nogueira is probably close to that as his natural weight. Probably, floats around at 155 himself. It looks like Jose Aldo is probably, naturally probably in the offseason 170 pounds now. At 15 pounds, and he's taller.
Quick jabs right now from Jose Aldo, really telling the story. Round of one, combination. Caught him with a nice uppercut.
That was beautiful. He used the jab to see how Alexandre Nogueira was going to react. And all he did was put his fists together and his elbows. Conventional shield blocking and boxing. The only problem is you can split that right up the center with the left uppercut. Or the right uppercut.
Portuguese commands being shouted in from the side of the cage.
He's saying jab kick, jab kick.
That's why Frank Nogueira gets paid the big money. Speaks multiple languages.
Just a few words. A few fighting words and a few words we can't talk about on air.
Coming up on 1 minute to go here in round number one of this featherweight bout. And once again, it's Aldo connecting on the chin of Nogueira. Boy, his speed, Frank, is amazing. Nogueira trying to get this thing to the ground. He has tasted enough leather.
He has, and I wish I could have seen that angle, if that knee connected or not. That was a pretty quick, fast, ill-intended knee. The advantage here, though, even if it does go to the ground, 35 seconds is kind of a hard time to work with, short time. Jose Aldo is very impressive with the stand-up. I mean, I know we described him as an Andre Pedneris as a black belt, but this guy is definitely well schooled in the stand-up art. He's throwing all kinds of phenomenal combinations. He's not just throwing 1-2, 1-2. I mean, he's throwing jab, cross, uppercut, hook, coming over the top, and overhand right. He's sitting there actually reading the defenses that Alexandre Nogueira is coming up with, and his next combination is tailored to defeat that defense.
Under 10 seconds remaining here in round number one of this featherweight bout from Sacramento. Round number two set to get underway here in the featherweight division. We are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Jose Aldo in the black trunks. Alexandre Nogueira in the green trunks.
Nogueira has to do something, honestly, here. That first round, hands down, with Jose Aldo, I don't care. The worst decision in the world, you could not possibly give that to Alexandre Nogueira. So he really has to come up with some kind of game plan right now. Hopefully his corner told him something.
You see the reach advantage for Jose Aldo. I mean, that guy's got a huge wingspan. And like we've seen in previous fights, if you can't get through there, you got no shot.
So the funny part is, I keep looking at the stats and I'm wondering what the difference in reach is. Both guys are listing themselves at 5'7". There ain't no way somebody's lying. Different tape measures in different parts of Brazil, I don't know. Jose Aldo is completely dominating this fight.
Well, his speed and his striking, he's just got Nogueira just constantly guessing. Sounds like he's
Did you hear the body shot right there? Again, to the body shot.
Trying to get it to the ground is Nogueira. Aldo having none of it.
Nogueira there didn't look good. He didn't even throw a strike. He just dove right in on the leg. Okay.
He's done this several times, but he just cannot get Aldo to the mat.
Well, Aldo's very good at wrestling. You can see he used a kick out the first couple times, which when you're not wearing shoes, it's one of the easiest ways to get away from a single. You just basically put your hand on the guy's neck, turn around and kick your leg right through the grip. Because through the sweat and the fact the guy's not wearing a shoe, you see that?
Yep.
It's so hard to hold someone's leg when they just turn their knee to the mat and kick out. The only way to defend that now is on the next shot. If Alexandre Pequeno understands that, when he hooks the leg up, he has to control the quadricep. He has to spin his hand around and sit it down on top of his lead leg. Rest the shin across it.
Fans here in Arco Arena getting a little bit restless. You'd think from two guys coming from Brazil, we'd see a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but so far, Frank, this has been pretty much a boxing match.
One-sided boxing.
One-sided boxing match in favor of Jose Aldo in the black trunks. Dominated round number 1. Here we are coming up on the halfway point, or just past the halfway point of round number 2. And once again, Nogueira just cannot get him to the ground. Oh, nice. Even from up top, he's connecting.
That's beautiful. He passed over, didn't go into the full guard. Right now he's in half guard. Nogueira has the half guard sweep trying to go, but he's not liking the punch. He's hurt bad.
Steve Mazzagatti taking a close look.
That was awesome what he did with the leg. You see how his left leg was over the top? That was a bad way to mount. That's the right way to mount. That was awesome.
Steve Mazzagatti's going to be stepping in here momentarily.
Daniel needs to get his left foot in front of him and just shove him off. He's not getting anything done in this position right here in the half guard.
Nogueira has completely gone into offensive mode, and Steve Mazzagatti will watch this. If
he needs to work the sweep
to defend himself, he's gonna end it.
See, his right hand is stuck right now. Jose Aldo's
That's it. No. Mazzagatti has seen enough, and Alexandre Nogueira has taken enough.
Nogueira took some bad shots there.
He did.
I agree with that stoppage. A lot of people might say he didn't do anything to defend himself back. Here you see he's going to throw that right hand right down the middle. That was his lead side too. That is really a powerful strike. Here he blocked off any type of sweep, controlled the hands, came to the top, came down punching, and this is just the end of it. He started, once he got the proper way to mount, he came across the top. Here he's sitting with the knee on belly. Had the hand trap.
Wow. And that is a dismount.
Yeah,
6 feet off the top of the cage, a backflip from Jose Aldo.
I'm jealous. I'm refusing to watch that. I haven't seen a heavyweight do that yet. He's not killing himself. So.
But the featherweight was spectacular in his WEC debut. He runs his MMA record, Jose Aldo, to 11-1. Wow, what a performance. We go inside for the official results. Joe Martinez has those.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes, 22 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by stoppage due to strikes in his WEC debut, Jose Junior.